flags in the air. It's time to hit it and get it tonight for the Trucking Thunder Sportsman here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Everybody files off into turn number 1. Brett Atkins with the lead as they come off of 2. Steve Causey pops into second. Tyler Shipp back to third as he falls into the clutches of Tim Shelton and Joe Weiss as they fire off into turn 3. As they work their way out of 4, it's going to be Brett Atkins is going to lead lap 1, and we got one car sideways. Joe Weiss and Chase Burrow got all out of shape coming out of 4. But gather it back up, and that opens up about a 5-car length gap over Tim Shelton and Tyler Shipp over Joe Weiss as the front 4 begin to pull away from 5th place. With Brett Atkins coming out of turn number 4. Brett Atkins, your leader, 2 laps in tonight of your 30-lap feature. Steve Causey looking to the inside of Atkins down the back straight. Here comes Tim Shelton to the top side. They're wheel to wheel down to turn number 3 as they work their way through 4. Tim Shelton is there knocking on the back door of Atkins. Shelton to the bottom, and it's going to be Tim Shelton, your new leader. Tim Shelton to the point, and Brett Atkins is going to fight back to the bottom on the left rear. Looks to the left rear of Shelton. Atkins slides back up in second as they go down the back straightaway. Tim Shelton remains your leader. Brett Atkins sitting in second. Steve Causey is third, and caution flag is out. Caution flag waves. Field's going to get bunched up, roll down the back straightaway. Rolling through turns 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. Tim Shelton punches the gas, and we're back to racing. Everybody single file as they scream through turn number 1 and 2. Steve Causey with a run coming up off of turn number 2. Here comes Chase Burrow looking to the 17 of Josh Burnham down the back straightaway. Josh Burnham to the bottom of Joe Weiss. Burnham and Weiss battling it out for the 5th spot coming out of 4. Burnham sideways, and he catches it. Burnham got sideways, and that's going to cost him about a spot. As Joe Weiss is going to slide to the top, and that's going to Chase Burrow is going to follow suit, and Burnham is all out of shape as he falls into the 44 of Robert Babb. Meanwhile, back to the front, Tim Shelton, your leader, as he opens up the gap on Brett Atkins in second with Steve Causey in tow in third. Steve Causey trying to reel in the 16 of Atkins coming off of turn number 2. Steve Causey trying to close the gap between him and Atkins. Joe Weiss back there with Chase Burrow and Josh Burnham. Burnham looking to the inside again of Burrow as they come across the stripe going down to turn number 1. Here comes Steve Causey. Causey's going to start to reel in on Atkins down the back straightaway into turn number 3. About a car length separation between Atkins and Causey coming out of turn 4. It's still going to be Tim Shelton, your leader. Josh Burnham taking another look to the inside of Chase Burrow. Burnham gets sideways again and catches it and goes right back to the inside of Burrow down through turns number 1 and 2. Burnham is there. He's going to slide back up to the behind of the 0 Chase Burrow. Meanwhile, back up front for second. Steve Causey trying to reel in the 16 of Brett Atkins for the second spot as they work their way into turn number 1. So far, so good as they roll through turn number 2. Causey looked to the inside briefly, but fell back in line behind the 16. As Steve Causey tried to apply pressure to the 16 of Atkins. It's Tim Shelton, Brett Atkins, Steve Causey, Tyler Shipp, Joe Weiss, your top 5. Steve Causey all over the back field cell of Atkins as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Causey looks to the bottom of Atkins. And Causey's going to slide back up to the top behind Atkins as he comes across the stripe. 11 laps in the books tonight of our 30-lap feature. Steve Causey is there. Steve Causey is applying pressure to the back of Atkins. Down the back straightaway they go. Coming up on lap traffic, the 00 of David Lane. The lap traffic looks like it won't be an issue as they come out of 4. They're going to clear the lap traffic, and they're going to continue to battle it out for the second spot off into turn number 1. Steve Causey trying to reel in the 16 of Atkins. Chase Burrow was looking to the back of the 43 of Joe Weiss, was slipped up there, coming off a 2. Here comes Causey back underneath of Atkins out of turn number 4. They're going to be side by side across the stripe, but it's going to be Brett Atkins is going to maintain second spot as they go down to turn number 1. And it's Tim Shelton, Brett Atkins, Steve Causey, Tyler Shipp, Joe Weiss. Joe Weiss back there in 5th with Chase Burrow trying to reel in Weiss down the back straightaway and off into turn number 3. Weiss Burrow drives it in hard down to the 3 and 4 as they go off into turn number 1. It's going to be Steve Causey and Brett Atkins for the second spot. Causey 1 car length back behind Atkins. Now 3 car length separation between Atkins and Causey. Tim Shelton starting to catch up on lap traffic. Matt Ashworth and Ryan Hutchins as he maneuvers through lap traffic through turn number 1. Tim Shelton is going to complete the pass on the 10 of Matt Ashworth. Meanwhile, for second, they're side by side off of 2. Causey and Atkins wheel to wheel down the back straight into turn number 3. Causey slides it in deep. They touch and around goes Steve Causey. Caution flag is out. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing in the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. Tim Shelton fires down through turn number 1. Rolling through 3. Here comes Tyler Shipp looking to the back into the 16 of Atkins. Down the back straightaway they go. Joe Weiss in suit in 3rd. Chase Burrow with a big run in turn number 3. Burrow made up all kinds of difference between him and Weiss off through the turn. And now he's right there on the breathing down the back of Joe Weiss's neck down the front straightaway and off into turn number 1. Chase Burrow running the top cushion now through turn 2. Steve Causey maneuvering his way back to the front as he looks to the left rear of Robert Babb through turn number 3 and 4. And Steve Causey's going to complete the pass out of 4. Steve Causey trying to race his way back to the front. Chase Burrow all over the back of the 43 and Joe Weiss down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3. But meanwhile up front, Tim Shelton has put the keys on the desk and has checked out here this evening at Virginia Motor Speedway. He's now opened up by about half of a turn gap between him and Atkins. Meanwhile, Tyler Shipp trying to reel in Brett Atkins down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3. Joe Weiss is coming into tonight as your points leader, currently sitting back in the 4th spot. Tim Shelton, who's leading tonight, came in to tonight second in points, only 19 points out of the points lead. As Tim Shelton rallying the field, coming out of 4. We've got 5 to go. 10 laps to go. Lap 20 of 30. We have got 10 laps to go. Chase Burrow all over the back of bumper of Joe Weiss through turn 1 and 2. Burrow is right there on the back of Weiss as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Steve Causey has made up a bunch of ground after restarting in the tail and is now caught up with Burrow and Weiss. Here comes Tyler Shipp driving hard down to the bottom of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Here comes Burrow looking to the inside of Joe Weiss. Burrow took a look. Burrow's going to drive it in hard through turn number 3. Burrow is right there on the fuel cell of Weiss as they work their way out of 4. But it's still going to be Joe Weiss. Burrow to the outside now. Burrow looking to the top cushion. Not going to be enough, but he's going to have to fall back in line because Steve Causey is coming. Steve Causey is coming to the 0 of Burrow. And Causey's going to be there to join the fun as they rally through turn number 4. We've got a 3-car scrap for the 4th spot between Weiss, Burrow, and Causey. Here comes Causey to the bottom. Causey to the inside of Burrow. They're going to be wheel to wheel down the back straightaway into turn number 3. But it's still going to be Burrow. Meanwhile, back up front to second, Brett Atkins all under heavy fire over Tyler Shipp as they come through turn number 1, working the top cushion. Coming out of 2. Tyler Ship has got about a car length between him and Atkins as they work their way through turn 3. But so far, it is all the man Tim Shelton with the dominant car so far here tonight. As Atkins and Ship maneuver their way through the lap traffic. It's Weiss, Burrow, and Causey battling it out for the 4th spot down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Chip took a look to the inside of Atkins down the front stretch briefly, but falls back in line. Trying to get a better run at a better angle as they go through turn 2. Tyler Ship to the bottom of Atkins, down the back straightaway they go. And to turn number 3. Tim Shelton coming out of 4. Laps continuing to tick away. Tyler Ship trying to see if he can gain an extra spot. Chase Burrow is there on the back of the 43 and Joe Weiss as they follow down into turn number 1. Burrow working the top cushion. Burrow is trying to apply all kinds of pressure to the back of the 43 and Joe Weiss. Down off of 2 they go. Coming down to turn 4, Tim Shelton has got the popsicle sticks. 2 more laps to go for Tim Shelton. Causey got sideways and he catches it. But we got 2 laps to decide it. Burrow is all over the back of the 43 and Joe Weiss down through turn number 2. Burrow is all over the back of Joe Weiss for that 4th spot. And coming out of 4, it's going to be Tim Shelton. Going to get white flag one more time around for Tim Shelton. Tim Shelton came into tonight 2nd in points. 19 points out of the points lead. He's going to work his way through turn number 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4, your winner, Tim Shelton, your winner. Brett Atkins comes home 2nd. Tyler Ship 3rd. Chase Burrow is going to edge past Joe Weiss for 4th. Chase Burrow comes home 4th. Joe Weiss rounds out your top 5.